Concentrating on several 12-inch singles today. And first up is The Impossible Dreamers, Life on Earth coupled with Spin. They began as a sort of post-punk twee band that became a little funky on this sought-after release, and I think they existed for about 10 years and never really had any success. Here we have a 12-inch by Ember Days, released in 1989, entitled The Secret of Childhood. There are 4 tracks featured, which are vaguely reminiscent of late period field mice. And here's a picture of a boy praying for a better haircut. 2 years later, and we're back with Ember Days, a release on the same label which is called Roxeter. 3 tracks, of which Placer is the pick of the bunch. I think they're a Midlands band, do correct me if I'm wrong. No praying boys on the cover, rather an androgynous individual topping up the tar in their lungs. Next up, Q Dance, band of 2 people, Nick Goddard and Joe Bourne, who are responsible for this pleasant pop adventure that sounds a bit like the Bell Stars if they'd only been allowed to own records by Astrud Gilberto. Released in 1987. Now we have Dolly Mixture's Fireside EP. Should you wish to reenact a Victorian soiree, these 6 tracks would be excellent accompaniment. It's a bit like a pretentious hinge and bracket without many words, thankfully. Released on the ever wonderful Cordelia Records, Dolly Mixture's new direction failed to wow the Yehudi menu inset. Here we have Chelsea, confusingly a French indie band, who would be at home on Sarah Records. This EP is called L'Ange que J'étais. Who claimed we Brits can't master the foreign tongue? This was released in 1991 and dedicated to Chris Waddle, who as far as I know never played for Chelsea. Quite bizarre. But the cover is most evocative, especially on a cold winter's day like today. Sinking below the equator now to New Zealand, home of many an indie pop gem, we encounter some dead famous people. I remember this being favourably reviewed many years ago and being intrigued by its title, Lost Persons Area. I wonder if there is a found persons area. Finally got this last year, and if you like girly indie pop, you'll love this 5-track EP on Flying Nun Records. And lastly, Sister Ain on Serene Records from 1988, 4 gleaming indie tunes from the north, Manchester I think. The EP is called Burt Reynolds, and you can see him pictured, looking glum as he tries to understand his relocation to a smoky and rain-raddled northern town, just for a photo opportunity in a bit part in Coronation Street, which never happened as he failed the audition. And that's it for today.